Welcome back, everyone. Today we're gonna talk about Genesis 5, verse 25. And Methuselah lived 187 years and begot Lamech. The first phrase we have, Methuselah lived 187 years, the guardian of delay. Methuselah is the most long-lived man in the Torah, and his very name means when he dies, it will be sent, a prophecy of the flood. The Zohar teaches that Methuselah's life embodied divine mercy, restraining judgment. His 187 years before fathering Lamech represent the measured patience of heaven. The decree of destruction hung over the world, but it was not yet enacted. The Zohar also connects the number 187 to the gematria of Makom, which means place, one of God's names, suggesting that Methuselah was a placeholder, anchoring creation and holding the flood at bay. The Midrash says Methuselah was greatly righteous, and his merit shielded his generation. The long delay before fathering Lamech shows how carefully the righteous seed was preserved, as though heaven ensured each step was exact in timing. The next phrase we have, and begot Lamech, the father of Noah. Lamech carries a name with dark undertones. Some interpret it as powerful, others as related to Lamech. In the Zohar, Lamech represents the twilight generation before the flood. His life is overshadowed by violence, corruption, and grief. Yet, from him comes Noah, the comforter. Thus, Methuselah fathering Lamech represents the transmission of the burden of judgment. Methuselah delayed it, Lamech lived under its shadow, and Noah would survive it. The Midrash notes that Lamech foresaw his son Noah, bringing comfort, as it's mentioned in Genesis 5, verse 29. Lamech's very name hints at weakness or lament, a reflection of his generation despair. Yet from his line, salvation would come. The numerical symbolism of 187. 187 equals 11 times 17. 11 represents transgression, one beyond the completeness of 10. And 17 equals Tov, which means good. Thus, Methuselah's 187 years before fathering Lamech symbolize a world caught between transgression and goodness. Out of this tension, Lamech was born to carry both the sorrow and the hope of his age. The Midrash reads the number as a sign of divine patience. God measured the years exactly, ensuring the righteous seed line would reach Noah without interruption. The Kabbalistic symbol behind the verse, the balance before the flood. Methuselah represents delay, his very being postponed judgment. 187 years is tension of good and evil, a measured pause before the next stage. Lamech is lament. He embodies the sorrow of his age, yet also the anticipation of Noah's comfort. Thus, the verse encodes the transfer of responsibility. Methuselah holds judgment back, Lamech carries its weight, and Noah will bring its resolution. The lesson from the verse, Methuselah represents the suspension of judgment, His life delayed destruction by fathering Lamech. The burden of sorrow passed forward, preparing the way for Noah, who would finally bring rest. That's it for today. Thank you very much for your donation. Be blessed, everyone, and I will see you on the next episode.